Strong leadership and clearly defined governance are essential for any high-functioning Main Street program. But what does that look like on the ground? In this video, we'll break down how board governance and staff leadership intersect. We'll clarify the difference between a working board and a governance board, outline best practices for meetings and fundraising, and share strategies to build a productive relationship between the Main Street manager and the board. What is a Main Street board? Your board isn't just a formality. It's your fiduciary backbone and your strategic anchor. A Main Street board is responsible for oversight, resource development, and mission integrity. While staff may deliver programs and manage day-to-day activity, it is the board's role to ensure the organization fulfills its mission, follows bylaws, maintains public trust, and plans for long-term sustainability. Boards should represent a cross-section of the community, including local businesses, government, nonprofits, and residents. This isn't just about inclusion. It's about aligning the organization's strategy with the needs and assets of your full district. Working board versus governance board. This is one of the most misunderstood concepts in nonprofit life. A working board is common in early stage Main Streets. Members help run events, build newsletters, or write grants. It blurs the line between governance and operations. A governance board, by contrast, focuses on strategic planning, budget approval, Main Street manager evaluation, and legal and fiduciary oversight. Neither model is better, but it's critical to be intentional about which one you're using and to evolve over time. As your program matures, build a pipeline of volunteers and committee members so board members can gradually shift out of operational roles and into strategic ones. Boards that stay focused on governance rather than getting pulled into day-to-day operations are more likely to retain their Main Street managers, attract strong board candidates, and report higher overall satisfaction. Board member responsibilities. Many Main Street boards operate without a clear understanding of their responsibilities. It's common for board members to believe that attending meetings is all that's required. But effective governance requires active engagement, accountability, and a shared commitment to the organization's mission. Setting clear expectations helps ensure the board is prepared to lead and support the work. Core responsibilities of an effective governance board include reviewing and approving budgets, participating in fundraising and giving personally, attending meetings and actively engaging, serving as connectors in the community, and upholding confidentiality and organizational integrity. What effective governance boards don't do include approve every vendor or event detail, supervise staff beyond the Main Street manager, speak to the press without coordination, or use board seats as a passive credential. Main Street managers, clarity is your best friend. Use a board agreement and annual commitment form to outline expectations and revisit them annually. A helpful tool for setting expectations is a board agreement, sometimes called an annual commitment form. This is a simple one-page document that outlines a board member's responsibilities for the year. It often includes attendance expectations, committee participation, support for fundraising efforts, and general conduct. Some versions also ask members to identify specific ways they plan to contribute based on their skills, connections, or interests. Having this agreement in writing creates accountability and helps reduce misunderstandings later. Main Street Manager responsibilities. The Main Street Manager is the Chief Executive Officer or CEO of the organization and is responsible for implementing board-approved strategy and leading day-to-day operations. This often looks like managing staff and volunteers, reporting financials and outcomes to the board, cultivating donor and partner relationships, executing programs and events, and acting as the organization's public spokesperson. Working together, director and board relationship. The relationship between the board and the Main Street manager is often compared to a partnership, one that works best when there's mutual trust, open communication, and shared goals. But even when that foundation is strong, the day-to-day dynamics can get complicated. Some Main Street managers feel like they need to check in with their board before making even minor decisions, like ordering new event signage or selecting vendors. That slows things down and can leave staff feeling second-guessed. On the flip side, some boards become too hands-on, offering unsolicited input or marketing materials, trying to direct volunteers, or weighing in on operational choices that fall squarely within the staff's responsibilities. When boundaries are unclear, the result is often frustration. Main Street managers may feel micromanaged, while board members feel out of the loop. This kind of role confusion is one of the most common sources of conflict in nonprofit organizations. It creates inefficiency, contributes to executive burnout, and prevents the board from focusing on what it's actually there to do: setting direction, overseeing progress, and ensuring long-term sustainability. To prevent that confusion, one of the most helpful tools is a delegation matrix, often referred to as a RACI chart. While the acronym may sound like corporate jargon, it's a simple framework that brings clarity to who does what within the organization. RACI stands for responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. Responsible refers to the person or people doing the actual work. Accountable is the one person who ultimately signs off and ensures the task gets done. Consulted includes those whose expertise or feedback is needed along the way, while informed refers to those who should stay updated but aren't directly involved in the decision. Let's say your Main Street program is preparing for a downtown festival. Booking vendors would likely be the responsibility of the Main Street manager or program manager. The Main Street manager remains accountable for making sure the task is completed on time and to standard. The events committee chair or a relevant board member might be consulted for vendor recommendations or past lessons learned. The full board, along with key partners, would be informed of the final decisions and logistics through regular updates or meeting reports. A RACI chart like this can be applied to everything from event planning to budget development to communications. It ensures that staff have room to lead, decisions don't get bogged down in unnecessary approvals, and board members stay focused on their governance role. Of course, no chart replaces relationship building. A few additional practices can help support a smooth and productive working relationship between the board and the Main Street manager. It's helpful to hold regular monthly check-ins between the board president and the Main Street manager to stay aligned on priorities and emerging issues. The board should conduct an annual evaluation of the Main Street manager, ideally tied to the goals outlined in the organization's work. Including the Main Street manager in board recruitment conversations helps ensure new members understand and support the program's direction. And offering annual training on nonprofit governance keeps everyone grounded in their respective roles. When there's clarity about who makes decisions, who provides input, and who simply needs to be kept informed, your organization runs more smoothly. The staff stay empowered, the board remains strategic, and your mission moves forward with greater focus and less friction. Board meetings and engagement. Effective board meetings should be strategic, not administrative. The most productive meetings focus on forward-looking decisions rather than getting bogged down in lengthy reports. Structuring meetings around your organization's strategic goals or annual work plan helps keep decisions purposeful and outcomes-oriented. A clear agenda is essential, and it's typically the board president or chair who works with the Main Street manager to prepare that agenda in advance. This partnership ensures that the meeting stays on track and reflects both the governance role and the board and the operational needs of the organization. The most effective board chairs aren't just good with agendas. They're skilled at managing conversations, balancing diverse opinions, and keeping discussions productive. Choosing someone with strong facilitation skills can make meeting more inclusive, focused, and solutions-oriented. Facilitation during the meeting also falls to the board chair, who sets the tone, manages the flow of conversation, and ensures that all voices are heard. Tools like consent agendas, an agenda that groups routine, non-controversial items into a single vote, allowing the board to approve them quickly without discussion and focus more time on strategic issues, can help streamline routine business items, while dashboards can provide a quick visual snapshot of progress on key priorities like fundraising, outreach, or storefront activation. When meetings become repetitive or lack focus, board engagement usually suffers. Members may tune out if they're unclear on the mission, not invited to contribute meaningfully, or ensure what's expected of them. That's why it's helpful to begin each board year with a retreat or orientation. It gives everyone a chance to review goals, revisit roles, and establish a shared understanding of how they'll contribute to the work ahead. When expectations are clear and meetings are meaningful, board members are far more likely to stay invested. Effective meetings respect both purpose and time. Sticking to the allotted meeting time is always a good goal. It shows respect for board members' schedules and encourages more focused, productive discussions. When agendas are clear and meetings start and end on time, members are more likely to stay engaged and show up consistently. If additional discussion is needed, it can be continued in committee meetings or follow-up conversations rather than derailing the full board's schedule. Over time, this discipline builds trust and reinforces that the board's time is being used well. Fundraising and financial expectations. For independent Main Street organizations, board giving isn't optional. It's a core responsibility. Even in small programs, it's important to establish a give or get expectation, meaning every board member should either make a personal, meaningful financial contribution or help secure comparable support from others. Giving doesn't always mean writing a personal check. It can also mean reaching out to business contacts or sponsorships, selling tickets to events, or connecting staff with potential donors. The key is that every board member participates in fundraising in a way that aligns with their capacity and network. Support also includes helping tell your organization's story, whether that's making introductions to local businesses, thanking sponsors after an event, or speaking at a community meeting. Board members should see themselves as ambassadors for the mission. These personal touches matter. Funders and donors are more likely to stay engaged when they feel appreciated by both staff and board leadership. Beyond fundraising, Effective governance boards understand the financial health of the organization. That doesn't mean every board member needs to be a CPA, but they should know how to read an income statement, understand what cash flow looks like across the fiscal year, and recognize the importance of unrestricted funds. It is recommended that Main Street managers and board members have yearly financial training with plain language and real examples from your budget. When financials are reviewed at board meetings, members should feel confident asking questions and understanding how the budget supports the organization's goals. Active participation in fundraising and financial oversight strengthens a board's ability to guide the organization effectively. When board members are familiar with the budget and understand how funding supports strategic goals, they are better equipped to make informed decisions and advocate for the program. This level of engagement not only improves sustainability, but also builds trust with funders, partners, and the broader community, demonstrating that your Main Street organization is both accountable and prepared to manage additional investment. In closing, a well-run Main Street organization depends on clarity, consistency, and strong communication. When boards and Main Street managers understand their distinct roles and work in alignment, the organization's impact grows significantly. Whether you're leading your organization through a transition or strengthening an established program, aligning leadership and governance is the first step toward long-term sustainability. Next, we'll explore the difference between placemaking and programming and how each plays a role in revitalizing Main Street districts. You'll learn how to design experiences and spaces that attract people, support local businesses, and reflect the character of your community.